Okay, here's a look at the emini S&P for Friday, March 2nd, 2012. At emini Day Trader, we like to use the market profiles. So this is today's profile, and this is yesterday's. The one in the middle is what occurred overnight. So when we're looking at the market, we had a level of around 66 that we were monitoring. Yesterday, it was yesterday's low also, and I think it maybe took it out by a tick yesterday. But you can see we did have that. Here's where we closed yesterday. We did have some follow through higher, although that obviously gave it up as the market ended up by closing here in the Globex and opening here in the regular trading hours. Not a lot of lift initially, and then the market started to come on back down to this 66 area. It did dip below it relatively late in the day, and then have a bit of a bounce, and then closed at 68.50. So this 66 area, 66.50, is a very important area. If the market cannot hold above it, the market could very well drop about 10 points. If it does hold above it, then we're looking at prices like 71, 75, and then maybe even all the way up to about 84. So there's still life in this market to the upside, but yeah, today was a very quiet day. Of course, we pretty well expected that Friday would be quiet. There was no real news that was released today, and the market just kind of sifted lower throughout the day. So unless there's some really good selling that comes in and can hold the market below that 66 level today, it's been a bit of time below there. It could very well have just come down to find some more buyers. But I am actually expecting this 66 level to get tested. I'll be surprised if it doesn't get tested. And then that's kind of the one thing I'm pretty well certain of, unless for whatever reason the market opens on Sunday evening and they really like what's been going on in the Far East and then in Europe. But other than that, if it does hold below there, just watch, because it could have a pretty swift move lower. It may even just probe a little bit lower. See if today's low gets tested as well. That would be another key price. So we also like to use the market profiles from the regular trading hours here. So you can see this week's profiles here. It's not really telling us a whole heck of a lot other than the market's inability to move higher and lower is somewhat suspect. So we're really looking at the 66 area is crucial. It may get down to 62 and still get some lift, but that's what we're looking at. As far as our trades were concerned today, you can see our software here. We did have a long here. Unfortunately, we got stopped on that, and then it came back up. We had a really nice short in here. You can see the red down arrow here. I didn't get filled until right here, and it had a nice move. I think it came down about 3.5 points in our favor, so that one worked out nicely. Good short trade in the red filter. So both of these long trades here were taken with the neutral filter, which makes the trade somewhat suspect, even though we're in an intraday up auction. So neither one of these trades did anything for us. The market just continued to kind of slough off and show some weakness. So without a lot of life in the market, it makes it pretty tough to make some money. And there's the old saying in the market, you can only take what the market's willing to give. It's certainly not willing to give a whole heck of a lot lately. So that's really what we're looking at. And but we do expect the market to pick up next week. There's a series of news events to be released. Some of them, fairly important, others not so important, and they all lead up to the employment numbers that will be released on Friday. That's the big one. So we do have some preliminary employment numbers like the ADP on Wednesday and jobless claims on Thursday. But the big one is the employment situation on Friday. So the market, I don't know, it could very well kind of stall here a little bit. leading into that. So these are the numbers that we're looking at, and hopefully we can get some good movement here next week. So anyway, that'll be it for today. So thanks for watching the video. Hope that helps at least a little bit, and have a great weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday.